remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
All day and all night, we'd stay up, it felt so right. We were so young, we were so dumb. We would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we were alright, staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us, like a good drug, never run. We hook up in my car, driving so far, play your guitar, you'd show me your art, let down our guards, think with our hearts, stare at the stars. We were never apart, drinking too young, way too much fun, out in the sun, orbit when it's gone. Took you to prom, dance to our song, dance all night long till the lights come on. Now I remember everything, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be. Late nights, long fights, it felt right, we were alive. We would go out, we were so loud, we were so proud, we had no doubts. Weekends and weekdays, we'd spend our own way. We were careless, we were fearless, we were reckless, time was precious. We loved to waste time, whiskey and wine, drinking all night, asleep by your side. Finally alive, we would just drive, never arrive. Our journey was live, staying out late, testing our fate, running away. We live for today, young and so bold, never get old. Screw what we're told, we can't be controlled. Now I remember everything, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and be. Yeah, let's go. I ain't the first with the curse, with the thirst that I wanna be better, not worse, man it hurts. I'm on this earth with my words and I put them all together, insert, cause I wanna have worth. Working hella hard till they put me in the dirt. Gonna go far, man, listen to my words. Gonna be a star, man, life's like a blur. When you're working this hard till you get what you deserve. Yeah, I ain't taking a backseat, I'm passing anybody else who is rapping. I'm nasty, ain't nobody able to catch me. They gasping, they cannot compare, they can't match me. I'm at half speed, I got your girl and she laughing and dancing, hanging on my butt, she asking to crash with me, smash with me. She savage, she wants cash money and she knows that I live lavishly. I wanna live, I'm cold inside, give all I have just to feel alive. I fight to live, I fight to strive, one day I'll have what I want. I want the whole world in the palm of my hand, I got a plan, I'm the man, now I'm teaching the game, a veteran, better than anybody else who tests me. I'm ready, looking in my hand and it's steady. I'm trending, ascending and blending, lyrical bending. Now I'm spreading and getting my name out now. Yeah, they hear me laugh, all the crowds repping the sound. I'm hitting the ground, running, up and coming, ain't nothing. Yeah, rookie of the year, I'ma keep it 100 from nothing.
But it's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
All day and all night, we'd stay up, it felt so right. We were so young, we were so dumb. We would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we're alright, staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us, like a good drug, never run. We hook up in my car, driving so
I've been waiting for too long.
The ocean is not just our home, it is who we are.
I might not be a lighted man, but I do know my traits.
Sniper ready. Give me a target.
Your team is picking.
Hello, my friend.
But it's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
all day and all night.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, guys. Hoping for another 3 game series.
Yes,
Tonight's matchup.
another interesting 3 game series. All right, so before the game starts, I know the game has started already, but yeah, I came late deliberately so that you guys can know how it feels when you don't show up to the stream on time. So this is payback to all of you, Vidal's, people like you that don't even come to the stream at all, and all of you that don't come early. You know how it feels now, but I won't do it again by the grace of God. So our co-caster is going to be here with us too, to make this stream as stewy as possible. Welcome to the stream, my G. Always a pleasure to have you with me here.
Hello, Jiro. Welcome to the stream. Seems we're going to see that double XP rotation.
As usual, it has almost become a norm right now. In this in the server's rotation, I feel like it was popularized by Alpha Zeros, in my opinion, and people just adopted it and saw how effective it can actually be, in that early game, especially before that turtle comes up.
Well, it was actually developed by Blacklist.
Mm-hmm.
If you followed MPL Season 11,
yeah,
they played the double XP rotation a lot.
Yeah, true that. Well, anyhow, to just go through all this real quick, just taking a quick look at the draft because I actually wasn't there. This looks like a full and all-out UBA strategy. That that ultimate bonding experience here. I think that's what Alpha Zeros are trying to pull out. To the T, actually, it looks like a full blacklist comp here with that Bara, the Estes, even with the Brody too. Just the.
You aren't wrong though. You can already see from the way they are playing, the way they are all packing together.
Yeah, this is.
They have.
First,
Lance isn't going to be able to get that turtle.
You can already see the healing here from that Estes. It's actually helping a lot. Look at that. Fredrin was almost dead and he's almost back to half HP here. After using that appraiser's rat and everything. So I think Estes is going to be a very big problem. That's going to be 2 kills there for the Barats. Wow.
And 3 people are going to fall down the side of Otutsuki. This isn't looking very good for them.
Hold up. Alright, so...
Oh, I'm just noticing.
Yeah?
We have a Leslie pick here.
Oh, okay. Actually, interestingly, Kenshiki, the OPEXP laner for Otutsuki, is actually going to be in that gold lane today, while Crest is going to be the one, flexing that EXP for the side of Otutsuki. Is that a major change? Do you think he can actually perform as well as he did in the EXP on this gold lane with a Leslie, for that matter?
Well, Kinshiki has been playing gold lane every other match except from the last one.
So
I'm not really surprised about that. But turn apart memory is not going to be enough.
Lance here, thanks a lot, trying to see if he could make something happen there, but the healing was really strong there for him.
And Hilo is going to get caught
here
by Detona's welcome. Cult Otter comes in a little bit late and Hylos is going to fall.
A bit too late there. Wow. So I think this is GG for this lane. Okay, probably is not going to fall. The minions, Paramis is there. He is in a bit of trouble though. Barat's tanking all that turret damage. Paramis is still going to fall. That was a lot of pressure here. And I think this gold lane will barely stand.
I think Faramis should have just left the lane.
Probably.
Lance trying to get an early start on the turtle. Will he be able to finish it before Hades?
We shall see. We shall see. Hades is there.
And Lance secures the turtle.
And uses that those funds to just dash out of that place. However, I think the price he's going to pay will be his blue buff.
I think he's going to lose his purple buff.
Yeah, he's definitely going to lose that purple buff. And let's see, let's just go through this real quick. First of all, chat, I hope you guys can hear us clearly. If there's any issues with the audio,
please do let us know, and we're going to fix it. And then let me just welcome a couple of members on the stream. Mugen Edugawa, welcome to the stream. Nori, Prime, Sprint, Cami, Levi, Samantha, really welcome to the stream. Thank you all for coming. And Vidals, I know you came really, really early. Again, thank you so much for showing up that early. And yeah, so as usual, these guys are, I think Alpha Zero are just going to continue with that pressure on the bottom lane.
Well, we all know how scary Leslie's true damage can be once she gets online.
We know how Leslie's true damage can be when she gets online. What I, on the other hand, Valentina taking that.
Like Leslie was about to fall here, but Farmis calls also manages to save her.
That was a really smart play there by the Valentina. However, that bot gold lane.
They're going to lose that bottom tower. Xborg doesn't seem to be having the best of games here.
Whoa, would they get the tier 2 turret with this push? I think they might actually get it here if the Brody decides to. Okay, no, I guess that passive of the turret is still active, so it's going to be a bit difficult, but you can already see the rotations. Brody is going to join them straight away to that mid lane, and I think this mid lane turret, it's not going to fall because I feel like Brody should have actually, forced this turret. It definitely would have been able to take it, but once again, you can see here, starving, depriving that Lancelot of his blue buff. Xbox here, trying to see if we can make something happen. That divine
Estes is going to
just going to heal everybody back again, and that's actually something I wanted to mention. You talked about the true damage from Leslie, as Mugen has said in the chat. I really don't think that true damage is what I feel like against a hero like Estes, you want to deal as much damage as possible, as fast as possible before she can heal. Okay, a pause request has actually come from the side of Otutsuki, so we're going to grant them that and see how they can work this out. But true damage doesn't one shot, and Estes healing can counter it. That is what Mugen is saying in the chat. So what do you think about that? I actually think it's true.
I believe it's very correct. If you look at the side of Otutsuki,
exactly,
their comp has a lot of people that deal one single burst damage.
Yeah.
Looking at Xborg, looking at, and while having the tanks a lot, so he's not going for that damage build. He's going to be scraping for damage with every single passive attack he can get from his Thunderbolt.
That's true.
And against an Estes that's just going to heal all the damage he's doing.
Yeah, that's true.
Isn't really going to be that effective.
Yeah, and I don't know how easy it will be for them to focus on that Estes in team fights, because there's actually a reasonable amount of CC. You have those taunts that will be coming from the Fredrin, and Barat, has a few stuns of his own and knockbacks. I think it's not going to be easy. And Nkyoki is actually right.
I'm kind of confused though. I'm wondering why we didn't see a Claude pick. I know Kinshiki is very able on that Claude.
That's actually true. And yeah. Actually, I would love. It doesn't look good from the draft on paper for Otutsuki right now, but you never can tell. Maybe they could cover up those gaps with skill. Maybe, I'm not sure. I don't know. I feel like the biggest problem in team fights is probably going to be this Estes, and we can already see that here. He already has a KD of 1, 0, and 5, behind 0 and 5. And they are already 4k gold behind, and I think the first lot should be coming up soon. Well, maybe not soon, but yeah, first lot is coming up and things are not looking entirely. Jiro, welcome to the stream. I just realized I forgot to welcome you, but your comments, 5 BODs, actually caught my attention. Who knows? Maybe we might. I've actually seen 3 BODs, a lot actually, for under Leslie. And to be fair, the damage is actually disgusting when she has those items. I don't know what the trade is to do that. Xbox though.
Actually, I'm just noticing that Hylos' first item is a clock of destiny.
Yeah, it was that clock of destiny. I noticed that. So it's going to.
And for the kind of composition they are facing, it actually isn't bad because they are going to need every bit of damage they can get.
Well, I thought it was just for that extra mana that it gives, kind of. Or do you think it is actually because of the damage? How much damage will it actually add? Will it give significant addition to the damage?
Well,
let's
against buying a completely defensive build and getting a build that will add mana and magic power, obviously the latter is going to have a lot more damage.
Yeah.
And if we're talking about sustain, the mana helps Hylos passive.
Exactly.
With the extra HP, but then there's no good to have there's no good in having all the HP but zero defense. Exactly. You're still going to get shredded.
Yep, that's true. That's true. True that. So you need to have a balance of both, and I think that is where the problem comes. Where the problem might come from him. And yeah, good observation there, Kyo. Brody has gotten that blade of destiny. Is it blade of despair? I said blade of destiny. He has gotten that BOD, and it's going to be a huge, damage spike there for him after that BOD. And he even has the blade of ecstasis too. So he has penetration and damage right now, and easily the first lord is going to be going to the side of Alpha Zeros. The game seems to be going pretty smooth for them right now. Doesn't look like they are in any trouble. Doesn't look like they are losing anything at all. Basically, they just have full control of the map and of the game. They are basically dictating to Otutsuki what they want Otutsuki to play, how they want Otutsuki, when to engage. It's all in the hands of Alpha Zeros right now.
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
Looks like a fight is going to be brewing here.
Fight is going to be brewing.
Oh my! Torn apart memories.
That was big
He's going
damage.
to take down 2 on the side, and that is a triple kill for question mark.
Man, that was a lot of damage from that torn apart memories there. Very unnecessary fight, just like I said. Honestly, basic. Yeah, I think you're right. This was unnecessary because the fact that you can't be taking on fights. You can't win right now. Apart from the fact that they have that UBE, they have the Estes. You still don't have the damage. I feel like this was just basically a bad draft from the side of Otutsuki. They got a very, very good draft from Alpha Zeros because it was basically a complete counter to what Otutsuki, was able to draft out. And I think this might actually be GG's for them.
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet. Xbox able to use his ult to clear that minion wave, and I think you're right. It is not going to be the end of the game just yet.
It's like all the inhibitors are going to fall down the side
going to lose all the inhibitors. You're right.
Yet to get a single kill in the game.
Indeed, it's 12-0 right now, and the gold lead almost 12k, if not 13k gold lead right now. Nah, man. Exactly. That Valentina has the Faramis ult, and they have an Estes. It is not looking good on the drafting side, honestly. Like, everything is just working against Otutsuki right now from that draft. I really don't see how. I think it's part of why they still haven't gotten a kill, because they have so much sustain from the heroes, from the supports, and then they still have a reasonable amount of damage. So it's going to be a really, really tough one for Otutsuki here. But let's see if they can hold out. Highly improbable, not impossible, but let's see what happens. You never count anybody out.
Leslie trying to scrape for any bit of gold she can get.
She is going to.
Lancelot manages to escape. Oh, this isn't looking very good. Colt altar goes up, but Leslie is going to fall.
The chase down for that Leslie was beautiful. Daytona's welcome onto that Hylos again.
Being caught by Daytona's welcome. He's going to fall as well. Are they going to be able to defend this?
Probably not. Brody going from the back, looking for something, I guess. He is so far ahead right now on that level 14, on a higher level. But I think trying to end the game here, the cult altar from the Valentina, or was it the Faramis? Yeah, it was the Valentina. Maybe being a bit too aggressive here, but they can't be punished easily because of how far ahead
And this
they are.
looks like
And that is going to be
it is
GG's.
game 1 going for Alpha Zeros.
Wow. Wow. That was a very, very one-sided game. Very one-sided game. And I think the problem started, as Precious Osas has said, from the draft. The draft just made the whole game so difficult for them to play. And let's see. Hopefully they can fix that in the next game. As you can see here, not a turret lost, not a kill given away. Alpha Zeros is sending a message here. And I think everyone is getting that message that you should not count us out. A couple of talks going on around after their loss yesterday, the reverse sweep from Straw Hats, and a lot of people have been looking down on Alpha Zeros, but I think this is a statement from them.
Well, like we said yesterday, Alpha Zeros just might be the ones sharing chocolates. And it looks like we have some Oompa Loompas. Okay, so it looks like we're going to see what unfolds in game 2. Saito Sama, don't count OTK out. They are a strong squad and they've made it all the way to the semi-finals. In similar fashion yesterday, Straw Hats lost the first game. We're hoping for a 3-game series.
All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, guys. uh, so okay, since both teams are not ready, we're just going to hold on a bit till they are up. Let me just go through the chat right now. Vidals, I'm sorry. Please accept my apology. I understand that I accused you of coming late a couple of times, but it's fine. Are we going to get a game 3? Osas, I wish we will, but I think that is going to depend on how Otutsuki is going to play this, and if they can make something happen, out of it. But at the end of the day, I think no one has ever said no to a game 3. We all want it. Are we going to get it? Only God knows. But we look towards it. Basic, welcome to the stream. I've not welcomed you. Dreaming, it's nice to have you here. Prime Loki, you were here pretty early and I actually didn't. Same as Precious Osas actually. Thank you for joining us so early. And yeah, for the most part, I think that's it. ML Edits, it's been a while since I saw you here. Any place? Sammy, welcome guys. Sprint, welcome to the streams. Really great to have you here. Again, Choco, wow. Jiro with the OP comments as usual. Anyhow. So Stu, well, I don't know. I think basically we just want to see a better draft from Otutsuki, better gameplay and better everything all around, because it is a contest for the finals after all. Yeah, sorry about the black screen. I think it's back now.
Hello, Usan. Welcome to the stream.
Alright, so for not put all players, what is actually going on? Alright, I think finally both teams are ready and we are just going to head into the game now. Finally. Alright, that was a huge hold up for game 2, but I think finally we have gotten that game 2 started up. I think
it looks like we're going to see a Sicilian ban.
Yeah, right away. And I think if there's one thing we are both sure of, Stu, is that We actually don't want to see another one-sided game. Do you think we can actually? Do you think there's a probability that we might get another game 3 and who knows, maybe even a reverse sweep at the end of the day? What is the probability? What does Otutsuki have to do to actually make something like that happen?
I'll say it depends on their mental fortitude at this point.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of teams crack down due to pressure. But then a pro team should be able to constantly deliver even under dire circumstances.
Exactly. I think
we're going to see question mark pick up that Lancelot.
Do you think it's going to be swapped later on? I feel like it will be swapped.
Yeah, I think he's going to be the jungler. I don't think I've ever seen a Hades Lancelot jungle.
Okay. Well, I think as far as trying to win the game is concerned, banning Beatrix is a wonderful first step, in my opinion. You don't want Karma, which I think they said guy question mark is actually Karma or Grammar Police or whatever. You don't want him to get his hands on that on that Beatrix, you know. And then surprisingly you can see here that Snipe is going to get that his signature. Well, is his signature? He's going to get his Fredrin. I think they deprived him of that. Do you think it is because of Snipe that they had to go? They had to pick that Fredrin to the EXP lane. Part of me feels like it is.
Actually, if you've followed Alpha Zero's games, you'd notice that Zaddy does prefer that Fredrin on the EXP lane.
Oh, I see.
But we're going to see Crest on his glue. His glue has caused a lot of havoc for the enemy's jungler.
Exactly, it has.
I think we're going to see a Hades roam. That would be surprising.
That would be surprising indeed. I think we really need to. This glue also, I think with the compare, I don't know if he can do much. Wow. It's actually going to be AI who is going to ban out the Faramis.
To live is to trade.
Were they
The
trying
side
to...
of also is yet to have a mid laner. But YV and Fasa are open.
But
I
like,
think those would be the perfect picks here.
I thought it should have been Alpha Zeros trying to go for that Faramis, or was there a probability that Otutsuki was going to pick it to use in that mid lane? Do you think it was something?
I believe they were going to pick the Faramis.
Yeah, probably an AI.
Well, I've gotten the Faramis in the early game, and we're going to see a Franco.
Are we going to see a Franco though? That's the question. A Big Daddy Hades Franco.
His head is going to lock that Franco. My personal favorite room.
I know it is.
Oh no, it's going to be a diggy pick.
All right, so it's still good anyway. You know, I don't know. There's I think they can do.
Well,
it.
diggy works.
Yeah, I think
he's going to be able to immune Glue's passive in the team fights. Also, we're going to stop Kufra's Tyrant's Rage. And it's going to be
I think we might
Fasa.
actually see a Fasa pick here. And yes or no, it's going to be
No,
Valentina.
It's a Valentina pick.
Interestingly, I actually didn't see that coming. A Valentina pick. Does Valentina really have, apart from that time's journey from the Diggy, do you think Valentina does she have a lot to work with here?
I don't really think Valentina has a lot to work with here. I personally don't fancy the Valentina pick, only during very specific situations, because her range, she has to get close to the enemies, and she's facing off against Clint.
Well, I guess apart from that, we actually need to, really note this glue here. Crest is one of the, should I say, scariest glues to go up against in the server. Such a good, he's just so good. Even before the buffs, before the nerfs, he has been so good at utilizing that hero. However, at the same time, I feel like it is going to be a bit of a tough time. Even after getting your full stacks, stacking up fully on them, Diggy can just mess up the whole thing, and this Diggy might actually cause a lot of problems for them.
Seems like this Alpha Zeros are requesting a pause.
Alright, so
yes, Diggy is a very good pick here.
I think he's actually,
aside from the times journey, he can still provide a lot of vision with those bombs. And if we are seeing a damaged Diggy, he's going to be chipping off the HP from a lot of people on the side of Otutsuki. But the thing about this Diggy pick, although we're getting a tank a lot, I don't feel that tank a lot and Xborg are sufficient enough for the front line.
For the front line. Okay, so basically, I'm just noticing that now there is no outright frontliner, outright frontliner for the side of Alpha Zeros. Just that Diggy, and then surprisingly, the Clint's will actually be using that Weapon Master emblem. Is it Weapon Master or Weapon Mastery? I'm not sure. But it seems like
Weapon Mastery.
Yeah, is that, I don't know. I feel like, is that the most optimized emblem for Clint? Does it work?
Well, yes. Weapon Mastery works on basically almost all marksmen or all good laners if you exclude Harriet and Nathan, because that 15% extra damage from the items is really going to pack a punch.
True that. True, actually. And yeah, just as Vidal was saying in the chat, Lance is not really a frontliner. My guy is just there. Oh, but the Lance is actually using
Lancelot actually picking up that killing spree.
So this is going to be a damage Lance.
A tank a lot in this game.
Wow.
Well, that's going to be a lot of issues for the backline.
Exactly. But who is the backline? Basically, I think, are we talking about damage? We're talking about.
We're talking about Nathan.
I'm sorry, Nathan.
If it's against a damaged Lance, Valentina is actually isn't such a bad pick because she has more survivability.
Exactly. So basically, it's Nathan that needs to really be at alert here, because, man, recently I faced a damaged Lance in ranked and I did not have the best. I've forgotten how much damage that Lance could actually deal and dish out, and you can already see here, look at the amount of damage he did to that Kufra, of course with a bit of help from the Xborg and all that, but that damage is actually
Otutsuki didn't start with the double XP rotation this time.
Yeah, I'm guessing it has something to do with how the draft is set up, maybe.
But then again, the front line of AI is really lacking.
There is no front line. It's not lacking. There's basically no front line. if you didn't have enough,
there's so little Xbox can do, because once that Fiagra armor is gone,
it basically becomes a part of the squishes.
He's one of the squishes now.
Exactly. And look at this here, Salvi trying to deny the Nathan off his goal, but he's the one that should be careful. Nathan does have that inspire, and I think I also have to mention that Pales under Nathan is actually really, really good. I think a couple of their games, and I've seen how much he can, actually do, especially when he's able to get the full combo out with the ult and the inspire under Nathan. I think it's another part of this game we might actually look out for. This is going to be the first tussle of the game.
Another issue for damage Lance is that Fredrin.
Oh, beautiful retribution here.
Is going to get... Fredrin's going to fall first blood, and the side of Otutsuki are retreating.
Ifra in a bit of trouble here. Is also
since the fight isn't over yet, Blue opens that split. Lilia is going to fall.
Crest here on that Glue. Can he take
Lance
out?
Lance is going to fall, but Glue is not going to make it out of there. It's a 2-for-2 trade.
2-for-2. Both junglers will actually fail also. So I don't know.
And a turtle on the side of Alpha Zeros.
So I guess at the end of the day, it's still not a really bad trade for AI. They got that turtle. It would have been nicer if Lance didn't fall, but well, it is what it is. And that was the trade they pulled out. Not looking too bad for Otutsuki so far. I think the game is still very, very even. You know, glue monster. We need to look out for that glue, as I said. And ooh, beautiful engage here from the Kufra again. Indra with a beautiful set, but Nathan is not going to make it out alive. You know, they are going to come back and get their revenge immediately. Wow. I guess Clint now just knows he needs to be careful, you know, with his positioning and stuff like that. But this is looking scary here for Otutsuki.
Lily are causing a lot of problems here.
Yeah, you can see that Kufra already brought down so low, trying to charge up because he wants to do something here. Look at the amount of damage. That Clint is dealing so much damage to the Fredrin. Surprisingly.
He's going to have to recall here, and the Totsu spawns in 5 seconds.
Those diggy bombs are so annoying right now, stopping the Kufra from recalling. Look at this rotation from Xborg, from top.
Ooh, and you see Nathan is going to fall to Lilia. Kufra has to recall, and it looks like it's going to be a free Totsu for Alpha Zeros.
A free Totsu, but I'm actually really, you know, impressed by that rotation from the Xborg there. Did he get a kill on the glue? He didn't. So what happened?
It seems he's going to lose a lot of his tower gold here because of that rotation.
It was a good.
You don't want
rotation,
the glue
though.
getting fat.
Yeah, but I feel like it was still a good trade because of the amount of, you know,
Well, yes, it was a good trade. They got bottom tower,
and that Clint.
They got the Totsu.
Looking very, very good right now.
And a kill on Nathan.
Wow. Lance here. Lance is actually be using that flame red tree. Not, I think I only see that.
Ooh, Clint manages to survive here.
Actually, almost falls there, surprisingly. To be fair, right now I feel like this Diggy is actually doing so well with those bombs, and then you know, can see here that reverse. No, was it reverse time? I've forgotten the name, but
Fredrin going to fall.
That is the damage of. That is the damage of Lance, basically, man.
Glue trying to salvage something. He's going to, but that time's journey
completely
resets his stacks, and Valentina is going to follow.
And see that was a very, very well-timed times journey there. Well-timed times journey, and you know, just as Glue thought he had the stacks and he could, you know, do something, Diggy just cancels it all out. And this might actually be a point of problem.
Oh, this looks like Xborg isn't going to make it out.
But he does.
But he pops that Fiago armor and manages to get out of there.
Man.
A lot of pressure being applied on the mid lane here.
But I feel like, so still, I don't know, in the late game, is it, who has better late game advantage right now, in your opinion?
Well, it's hard to say, because on the side of Alpha Zeros, they have Lilia, who sort of falls off late. Same goes for Valentina. Nathan and Clint both skill, and Lancelot is going to secure that also.
Oh my god.
Phantom Execution, and Kufra is going to fall. Lilia are going to fall here. Fredrin trying to get something off Diggy, but Diggy is going to flicker out of there. Fredrin in too deep, Xborg is on his case.
I think so far.
Ooh, Glue manages to find that Diggy, and Diggy falls. Lancelot chasing down Itami, and Phantom Execution is going to get that Valentina.
I think this is a lot of damage right now, you know, that we are seeing from that Lancelot, and I think Karma just shows that he's not only a good Beatrix player, he's also a good jungler. And wow, look at the damage there from that Lancelot. This is looking like, I think probably we have been focused on the wrong person, and it is that Lance that seems to be doing a lot.
Blue having to pop that spin to
first, not looking good for the Glue. I think he might have to retreat here. And I think so far, if there's one thing I can say, is that we actually haven't seen too much of this Fredrin.
Just getting melted by those bombs of Lilia.
He is getting melted.
She's causing a lot of trouble for them
Lilia,
right now.
the poke damage from that Clint's passive, everything is not quite working so well for Fredrin right now. And man, I think at this point I'll just have to say probably Otutsuki, if they want to get anything, you know, back from this game, they probably need to slow it down a bit and not let Alpha Zeros force them to play an aggressive game. Good decision by the Glue here, you know, just letting that turret fall. There's not much you can do without losing your life there. Wow. So the first Lord, immediately AI is going to start and force that Lord down. I think they are going to take this one pretty easily. Fredrin is not, maybe isn't going to get there in time. Blue, however, in a bit of trouble here. Yeah, beautiful zoning. Oh, Xborg in a bit of trouble here. Or is it?
I don't think Otto should really be taking this fight here.
Oh my god.
Lancelot's going to dive in
and get
and
that kill.
Fred is going to fall.
Oh.
Lancelot's going to get shot down by that Nathan. Double kill on Clint. But
it's going to be a 4
and it's
to
a
what?
2 for 4 trade.
2 for 4 trade with the Lord still
in favor
pushing.
of Alpha Zeros. Is this going to be the game?
Any play saying the surrender button should be ready now. I think you have not been following this series, because if you have, you know that no team in the Gaunlet series ever surrenders. If we go down, we go down trying, but still fine. It is just a 7k goal lead, maybe not just a 7k goal
Very
lead.
nice knock up from Kufra, but Xbox is just going to pop that Fiagrama and survive. Glue trying to get something done here, but Diggy still holding on to that time's journey.
Still holding on to the time's journey. Who is going
Diggy going to have to pop the flicker to survive. Xbox pops that immortality. Diggy trying to recall here.
Ooh, that was a lot.
And Nathan is going to fall to that Xbox.
Diggy in a bit of trouble here. Can he take down the Xbox with him? No, he is not. Barely escaping.
Inside the tower.
Wow. I don't know, Sammy, man. I don't think I really don't think surrendering.
Xbox survived the sleeper.
Actually, Valentina with that Xbox ult. It's going to be Valentina with the Xbox ult who is going to turn, you know, make something happen there. But to be honest, yeah, I feel like this game is not lost for Otutsuki just yet.
Right now, side of Alpha Zero sitting comfortably at a 6k gold lead, but this isn't an unreversible game.
Yeah, definitely not reversible in my opinion.
Also, just need to wait for Fred popping that appraiser's rat, but it's not going to do anything for him here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Xbox going in, takes down all the HP.
Actually does
Nathan going to teleport all the way to their backline, and Diggy is going to hunt him down.
back from that Diggy, from that Nathan, pardon me. And yeah, of course he's going to
and
fall
Clint
here.
is going to do the finishing move. Lord spawning in 13 seconds and Nathan isn't alive. Things are really looking good for Otutsuki
Not
here.
looking good at all for Otutsuki, you're right. Still, and I think if they did have a coach, and I really don't know what their coach will tell them at this point. Is it calm down, or is it go more aggressive, or I really don't know what Otutsuki
Ryan, I
needs to
don't
do
think
here.
Otutsuki should really be taking any fights here.
They shouldn't, but for some reason,
I believe that they should be able to pull off that Lord defense. But Glue causing a lot of havoc. Time Johnny going to come in. Oh, Lilia is actually going to fall here. And look at that damage from Nathan.
actually
Double kill and 2 have fallen.
and now they are
Lance
going
managing to survive with that Phantom Execute, but they're chasing down Xbox. Xbox is going to fall down to that Glue and Valentina falls.
That is going to be a 4-1
It is a
trade.
2-for-4 trade, and Otutsuki are still hanging on in this match.
Hanging on and hanging on well, if you ask me. They are doing so well right now. I think Alpha Zero is probably not really, paying attention to the amount of damage, that Nathan can actually dish out. You can see here the replay doesn't quite show it, but he was like single-handedly able to, melt 3 of the heroes from the side of Alpha Zeros. And I think going forward in this game, AI definitely needs to pay attention to that and not bunch up together or, charge into team fights without actually calculating it. And yeah, even as you can see here, Fred needs to wake up ASAP. Probably not performing as the best we've seen so far, but it's actually a really, really tough game for Fred. The drafts and all. They do have that Lilia, they have the Diggy, they have that Clint with the S2 that can, trap him. A lot of, not so good this thing against him, but he is doing his best. I think he's trying his best to at least keep up in farm and all that. But I think as far as everything, if like everything considered, all things considered,
trying to be as much as a nuisance as he can.
And I think we are also not seeing that Glue, despite
right now, as long as that Nathan,
Lilia in a bit of trouble here,
stays alive. Fred is going to get that quick stitch, pop up that immortality. He's going to fall to Xbox.
Glue is actually able to
get
a
kill on Diggy.
Wow. This is what you want. I think so far it's a 1-for-1 trade.
I think Glue is in too deep here.
I don't think so. He actually has max stacks on that Lilia. He's able to pull her back, doing a
Lilia going to be caught by that Glue.
Clint needs to stop attacking
a lot
right
of
here.
Damage coming from this Glue here.
Can he
and
take
since
down
that Lilia is going to fall
from the Glue able
but
to
Glue is going to get shot down by Lance. Nathan trying to salvage something, but he's going to fall to that Clint and Lancelot.
That is going to be a wipeout.
All members on the side of Otutsuki clan are down. Fredrin just respawned, and Valentina follows soon after. Looks like it's going to be a free lord
for the side of AI. Exactly.
For Alpha Zeros.
It's going to be the side of AI. And free lord for Alpha Zeros. Probably not the best engage from Dan Nathan in that position. I feel like he got a bit too close, especially considering the fact that the Lord was actually, coming up soon, but probably, I think you're right. He rushed. I don't know if he's to die, but probably rushed. Who knows? Maybe he actually mistapped a skill or something, but overall, you don't want to, be in those kinds of positions with a Nathan. Of course, he does have.
Actually, just noticing this Xbox is on a 10-1-12.
That is a beautiful KDA. It just shows how well he has played. Kufra, though, in a bit of trouble here, gets pulled back.
Looks like the Lord's going to fall. Indra having to flicker out of there, but that Phantom Execution still going to catch. Fred falls next to the Lancelot, and Nathan is going to die. Glue trying his best to defend here. He's going to have to pop that sprint. Is he going to be enough to defend? I don't think so.
I really don't think.
Pop that split here, and they are going to base law and Glue force, and that is going to be
game 2.
The game.
Clean.
Alpha Zeros 2-0 win to make it to the finals and get their revenge matchup against Straw Hats.
So most likely we will be seeing a revenge match here, actually, and I think it's one that a lot of people are going to have something to say about.
With that monster KDA, he actually caused a lot of on the side of Otutsuki.
Yep, a well-deserved MVP, if you ask me. Really well played by that Xbox, and the same with Crest. Underglue, doing a lot. Probably not just enough, support from the rest. And you can see here the rating under Fredrin was evident from the gameplay. Very tough match for him. And yes, EA, that lance was actually lancing, if you ask me. I've been a while since I saw a damage lance utilized.
Dealing an insane amount of damage here.
Insane amount of damage.
Always finding the backline.
Always
not letting anyone escape. Getting them in that phantom execution.
You're right. 100% turret damage from the glue. Surprisingly, even the Nathan, apparently no push from him. That's actually surprising. I feel like Nathans are actually supposed to be the ones to do a lot of pushing, as far as turret pushing is concerned. But yeah, really squishy Fredrin. Didn't really have the best of times, honestly. But well, I guess this, as I said earlier, after the game 1, is probably Alpha Zeroes just re-establishing their dominance and reminding everyone out there that they should not be underestimated. Dexlin, welcome to the stream. Jiro, good night. Thank you for joining us. Precious Osas, Vidals, everyone that was able to make it to the stream in time, and everyone that came later. Please don't forget to like the stream and follow the channel, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And the next match we are going to be having is going to be Alpha Zeroes versus Straw Hat, which is going to be the grand finals of the Gaunlet 8. And of course, we won't want to miss that. And if you don't want to, the best you can do is turn on that notification bell so that you get informed when the time is coming up. But still, do you have anything to say to to the viewers out there? All right. So I'm going to get Stews off for a while, and that being said, I think we can say good night to everyone who came. Yeah, the finals is going to be a best of 5. Mugen, it's going to be a best of 5. And then Momoshiki, GG's, thank you for showing up. Also, always great to have you guys here. But anyhow, good night to you all from the Casters Desks. Pixels out.